Hello, I'm Andy Norman, founder of Antek Automation, and welcome to Quick Tips, the show where I take one real problem facing small businesses and give you something practical to do about it. Today I want to talk about a big banking story because I think it tells you something useful even if you have never given a second thought to banking strategy. According to The Guardian, Lloyds Banking Group is targeting around £2 billion in cost savings, and AI-powered automation is named as a central part of how they plan to do it. The report describes AI being used to take on tasks and roles that were previously done by staff, part of a wider push right across the banking sector to cut costs through automation. Now, the headline number is enormous, £2 billion, but the headline number is large simply because Lloyds is large. The logic underneath it is not complicated at all. Identify repetitive, high-volume work, automate it, redirect the savings. That is the whole strategy, and it is exactly the same logic that applies to a one-van electrical business, just with 3 fewer zeros on the end. Here is why I think this matters to you. For years, the honest objection to AI was that it felt experimental, a bit risky, something for tech companies to play with. That objection is now gone. When a 300-year-old bank, one of the most cautious, most heavily regulated, most risk-averse organizations in the entire country, decides to restructure itself around AI automation, that is your signal that the technology has moved from experimental to standard practice. If Lloyds trusted enough to build a £2 billion plan on it, a small business can trust it enough to answer the phone. And that is the key point I want you to hold on to. The core technology is genuinely the same. Large language models, voice AI and workflow automation power both a bank's AI program and a tradesperson's AI receptionist. What differs is not the technology, it is the budget and the problem being solved. The bank is automating enormous back office processes across thousands of staff. You might just need every call answered when you are up a ladder or on a job. The same underlying tools that cost Lloyds a multi-million-pound program are available to a Hampshire plumber or letting agent for a few £100s a month. So here is what I want you to actually do this week. Stop thinking of AI as something the big players do and you watch from the sidelines. Instead, ask yourself the exact question Lloyds asked. What is my repetitive, high-volume work? What happens over and over that eats time or loses money? For most small business owners I speak to, the answer is the phone. Calls missed during jobs, calls after 5, calls when everyone is already on another line. That is your £2 billion savings scaled down to your world. This is precisely the gap we close at Antek Automation, an AI voice agent that answers every call, qualifies it and books it using the same category of technology the banks are betting on. If you want the full write-up on what the Lloyds move means for smaller firms, it is over on the blog at antekautomation.com. I'm Andy Norman. This has been Antek Automation. Find us at antekautomation.com and I'll see you on the next one.